Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just reaching out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come out. Since Celtics rookie Hugo Gonzalez did just about everything you could ask of a basketball player in the same game. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Career high 29 minutes in this game. And I've been saying this for a while, but the Celtics really do have 3 of the most versatile defenders in the NBA between Hugo, Josh Martin, and Jordan Walsh. We've seen all 3 of these guys guard primary handlers and then turn around and guard big men. But it's even more impressive for a 19-year-old rookie and Hugo Gonzalez to be able to do this with so much poise. His mentality never wavers at all, and it's just super amazing to have a kid like this that does the little things coming in. Here on this play, he completely stones Jaime Jaquez, who's one of the more physical drivers, forces a pass to Bam Adebayo. He comes over to help. Bam's a smart player, sees the second defender, so he's going to try to split with this sweep through move, trying to get some hands into the cookie jar, but Hugo Gonzalez does a phenomenal job taking his hand back just at the right moment. They both show their hands. They force Bam into a tough shot. We go down on the offensive end. Derek White's going to shoot a tough shot, but again, one of those more versatile defenders. Josh Martin, he's going to poke the ball loose from Jaquez, and Derek White is going to get Hugo a slam. And when you have the little things, you have the hustle, you have the mentality, but then you couple that with just how smart of a player he is, his IQ. He's been in the pro system since he was 9 years old. He knows all the fundamentals, right? And he's calling out that Jaylen Brown's going to be open, and he basically acted as a center for majority of this game, right? He's setting screens. Like, we used to see this type of stuff from Luke Cornett, where he would tell the ball handler that this guy's going to be open, and I'm setting the screen on him. This forces some miscommunication by Miami. He sets that flare screen, and he gets out of it really quickly. And again, very underrated passer, but it all stems from his high IQ. Miscommunication, 2 guys conversion to the paint. He gets a pass out of Jordan Walsh for an open 3. He just doesn't make it. And of course, Hugo chases the ball and gets on the floor. I was here again just showing that hustle. Miami pushing the pace, but he's going to give an all-out contest here on Fontecchio. He gets a miss. They do get the offensive rebound, but nice job by Jordan Walsh there in the paint, protecting it. He's going to give it up in transition early just to get it back. They should have called this foul. Everybody in the arena heard this smack by Jakubonis. You see Jason Tatum in the bench get up. You see Joe get into the face of the officials, but nice Euro step finish by Gonzalez. All right, so here we see Hugo in transition. You see him counting up the steps or trying to time up this chase down block. We saw this a lot in the preseason and in Real Madrid, where he's going to get a lot of these over his career. But right there, him and Payne Pritchard force a miss. And then again, our 6'6", 19-year-old small forward acting like a center, protects the paint or tries to protect the paint, but then gets an offensive rebound putback. And then when I tell you guys that Hugo Gonzalez like literally plays center, I don't want that to be understated. Like, he did all the things that a center has to do for his team to be effective. Like, of course he guarded Bam, of course he guarded Kelly Ware, but that also means on the glass, right? He did his best to keep these guys off the glass. That he killed us on the offensive glass in this game. They had like 16 or 17 offensive rebounds. With Hugo Gonzalez on the floor, the Celtics defensive rebound percentage was 75.7. With him off, it dropped to 60, right? 8 defensive rebounds, but it's stuff like this, right? So the Celtics do a nice job. They show Drew Smith bodies, Derek White and Jordan Walsh right there. Hugo Gonzalez also right there, right? They force a pass out to the corner. As the shot goes up by Jaquez, Hugo Gonzalez locates Kelly Ware, puts a body on him, but then he also moves him. He moves him away from the rim. Too many times we see guys on this team put bodies on guys but don't move them. They just stand there. And if the guy's bigger than you, that's not going to do anything, right? But he moves Kelly Ware away from the paint, gets the rebound. And this is just incredible, man. Him and Jordan Walsh switch the pick and roll. He stops the drive, forces the pass, and still bro. He was on the ball in the paint. Pass goes to the corner. He haul asses and contests and gets a clean block on a corner 3. Of course, with the size difference, Miami will try to get the ball into the post, but Hugo did a phenomenal job on these post entries, batted some of them down, and even got a steal on one of them. Again, my 19-year-old acting like a center. His job is really important here. I know it's just a screen, but this is the source of the Celtics offense in this game, right? They were playing really fast, especially with this small lineup in the game. With Kid in the game, the Celtics pace was 93.1. With him off, it was 109.6, right? And what they did was they would set ghost screens a lot, especially in the third and fourth quarter. Ghost screens were really prevalent, right? But the first thing they would do is they would get Khalil Ware or Bam on the ball, right? Bam is one of the most versatile defenders in the NBA, but it's still hard navigating ghost screens and trying to communicate with your team on switches. And if you're going to switch with a big man there, it's just a lack of foot speed there. Like, the Celtics took advantage of speed. Joe Mazzulla said that in the post game, right? So Hugo sets the screen. He's a part of why that offensive possession worked. And then on defense, again, boxing out Khalil Ware, putting a body on him, and we get the defensive rebound. I sure we got a little bit of self-creation from Hugo. I saw in Real Madrid that the Euro step was his favorite move. It hasn't really worked that much in the league, but now, like, as the season goes on, he's starting to find ways to use it against Bam Adebayo. Really catches him off guard here. He did not think this move was coming, and Hugo gets a foul, gets himself to the free throw line. Again, talking about him defending these post-entry passes, Bam has perfect position right there, has a seal, has Gonzalez under the basket, but he continues to fight, gets over, he gets a steal. All right, so here we got Hugo guarding Bam again. The ball is going to eventually get to Jaime Jaquez. He's going to drive baseline, and Hugo Gonzalez is going to do a nice job stopping this drive all the way. Derek White does a nice job taking Hugo Gonzalez's spot. They get back out, Celtics play good defense, and Hugo ends it with a defensive rebound. And he just continued to make big plays all night. Again, entry pass. This time he's on the ball, batting down the entry pass. The anticipation, like he knew this was coming the whole time. Right there, Simone Fontecchio tries to pump fake, but he still ends up getting it, jumping, and saving the ball, getting it past Fontecchio, and Sam Hauser hits the three. And I know it's crazy including rebounds, but like when you saw this game and you saw how much Miami was dominating us on the glass, and then you factor in that this is a 6'6" rookie doing this stuff, 8 defensive rebounds. Everybody appreciates that. You see Joe clapping, you see Coach clapping, whoever that was. Oh, that's Jordan Walsh. Like, they know how hard it was in this game to get defensive rebounds. And when he was on the floor, the Celtics were much better at it. I said to Miami Heat are going to go to Iverson Pager. Iverson, of course, 2 screens on the free throw line for somebody to cut from one wing to the other wing. So Jaquez does that there. They don't really set the screens, which means that this play is not really for that. But they use Iverson to enter this, right? The Pager action is a / rip screen. Right there you see Norman Powell. And then he's going to come and get the handoff. So it's a / rip screen right into a dribble handoff. So as Norman Powell sets that back screen, he's going to immediately come and get the handoff between him and Kelly Ware. But the Celtics, 4 bodies to the ball. We've seen this all season, how the Celtics are just flying to the ball. Norman Powell sprays it out, but look at Hugo. Control closeout. This is what I was taught at a very young age when closing out. You have a long closeout or just a regular closeout, right? But especially a long closeout. You don't want to close out of control, right? Jaquez has 4 threes to this point. We know he can hit a shot. We just want to be controlled, right? And Hugo coming out of Real Madrid, this is something that I wasn't concerned with, but this was something that he definitely needed to do more of, is control closeouts, not just jumping at everything. Look at how he chops his feet. Chop, 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 chop. And now he's controlled, right? So if he shoots, he chops, and then he contests. If he drives, he chops, and then he slides his feet. Exactly what he does here. Celtics force a miss. And we know he's going to do all the little things, the hustle stuff, the playing center, all that. But if he can continue to hit his threes, watch out. And last but not least, it's only right to end this on a hustle play by Hugo Gonzalez. Cater sets the screen for Derek White, who had a phenomenal game in this one. But you see the theme there, right? They get the big on the ball. Sam Hauser comes to set the goal screen, sets on the far side. He sets the goal screen, gets an open 3, but Hugo gets the offensive rebound. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just so you get out there a little bit more. And I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.